Hi, family. We here. Basically, what I want to point out, I want to talk about some things real quick. Just jumped on my what's the name? Right now, they got a little thing called like Solar Vision Debate League. It's fun to talk amongst brethren. I would suggest it not as a place, where you would say, just a place where you can definitely converse with other brothers about intellectual topics. I enjoy it myself, and I'm going to say positive things about it. Am not responsible for any of the people that are part of it. I don't recommend you follow or even listen to any of the people that are part of that Solar Mind Debate League. But as I said before, me being Unity Ghost, I have the ability to bring people together. Also have interpersonal skills where, a brother even told me today that I am the only brother in our congregation that was able to bring a bunch of brothers in the room for brotherhood meetings and things of that nature for brothers to come together. So when you see a mass amount of brothers, is a good thing. But what I wanted to talk about was Lex Vortex. So before I knew him a long time, man. I remember the tour nights debating this dude, and I remember him being on like calling in the Sinetta, being one of Sinetta's trolls. And one thing about the brother is he's always telling people to go against the commandments. That's one thing that he's really good at. He's good at telling people to do opposite of the law. I was on a live with him recently, and he said that the reason that you should drink blood is because the scripture tells you not to drink blood, because the life of the flesh is in the blood. So he says a lot of different things. So he has a live right now simultaneously as we're going. There's a live over in that debate league, and they're talking about righteousness versus wickedness, basically. And he's promoting right now, as we speak, that we should forsake righteousness and embrace wickedness. And they're arguing that our people are really leaning towards the righteous. Right now, they're doing too much righteousness, and that we need to start doing some evil and wickedness. So this is what he's saying. This particular individual believes that Christ is Lucifer and Lucifer is his God. Now, me personally, I know that Christ is Lucifer. Same difference. When we talk about the king of Babylon, it kind of gets confusing. So, some people, it gets confusing when we talk about that. But he says he worships Lucifer. So I just want to get down to what he believes. He worships Lucifer, and, he goes by the New Testament and quotes the New Testament. But he believes that our people should go away from righteousness. And, it's easily knocked down. One thing I did when I came into the live stream, I did one thing, and you all can check it out. The brother, they were just talking about certain things. I didn't butt in. Even though I was on there, I didn't want to butt in. But one of the brothers who are supposed to be a learned biblical Israelite of such was talking about how it's evil for a man to kill someone that broke into his house. So of course, if you know the law, like me, I'm not going to be professed to be the best in the law. That's why we have great teachers in the house of Israel. Elkanah, Aaron, and Ishai. We got great teachers in the house of Israel that teach the law. But if you have teachers that teach the law every Sabbath, then you know the law. So I took them to Exodus 22, where it talks about someone breaking in the house. And if they broke into Exodus 22, 1, 2, and 3. And I don't have it in front of me, but basically it said there's no blood guiltiness on him. But if the sun rises with him and he lives the next day, he has to pay fivefold that thief. Shalom, family. Yeah. So I put that law out there and told her the guy did not know the law, and he instantly booted me out of the live just for showing the brother, because the brother was saying it was evil. And there's nothing in that scripture that says if you defend your household and you shoot that man, are you coming in your household, that he did something that was evil. But I think the brother wants to say all killing is evil, but he doesn't know the difference between killing, murder, or thou shalt not kill and thou shalt not murder. That's obvious. So I just wanted to point that out to the brother because he supposedly want to be as an Israelite and say, do you know the law in regards to somebody breaking in your house? Because we have laws like that. And as Israel, you should know that. You should know the law, at least. You may not read it every day, you know what I mean? But you should know the law. So, I quoted the law and got bounced immediately. But, really one thing I heard, the brother was talking about in another live, he was just bigging up, said white girls treat you better than black girls and stuff like that. Lex, really, it's not like he's any type of intellectual at all. That's why he gets shut down quickly and easily, and he knows this. And I'm not boasting, I'm not being prideful. It's not about being prideful. You know what I mean? To say that I'm just some great intellect, because I have flaws as well. But in regards to righteousness versus wickedness, and should we be righteous or should we go to a wickedness or foolish or whatever, that right there is such an easy, discussion, let alone all the rest of the dumb stuff you talk about, like drinking blood and stuff. He said a bunch, I remember one time he was talking about how he worshiped Christ and Christ is all good and, things of that nature. So I asked him a question. I said, well, in Luke chapter 14, it says that you're supposed to hate your wife, children, your whole family, and even yourself. So what about that? What's all this hate? He couldn't answer and didn't answer. So, but he knows that that Christ's New Testament is the evil one. That's why he's telling people to break the law. But one thing I want to touch on, since I'm gonna have a little time, I'm gonna talk about the doctrines of the New Testament and of Satan worshipers. So I want to go right here because that's what we're dealing with Lex. He said he don't worship an angel Satan, he worship Lucifer, which is the man, which is Christ, is what he worshiped. But he's really just we're gonna talk about what's some of the stuff it says in the New Testament. So as you can see, Matthew 4:1 says the devil is Satan. All right. So that's what he really worshiped. He knows this. Right here in Mark 5:15-18, it was talking about people being possessed with a devil. Mark 7:26, it talks about casting the devil out of someone's daughter. You got to understand the mentality of people like this that believe that demons do things. Now let's continue though, because like I said, Luke 4:36 right here, and all of them right here for you to see and check them out, says a man commands unclean spirits. All right. Okay, man with a spirit of an unclean demon. So wait, so Luke 4 had a man with the spirit of an unclean demon. And then in verse 35, it says that demon thrown him. In Luke 11:14, it makes you become mute. If you have a demon jump inside of your body, and this is what brothers like this are teaching, that if a demon jumps in your body, all of a sudden you can't hear. You know what I mean? So right here, it says even Christ himself was teaching this, because he was saying in John chapter 8:49 that Christ did not even have a devil. So Christ was saying that he didn't have a devil because he wanted people to believe that the reason that they do the things that they do, the reason that they're blind, the reason that they can't, talk or deaf, is because they had a devil in them. So this is the mentality, and this is the teaching of these demonic characters. He's over there on the live right now telling people to do wickedness. Same thing with these devils. It said the Jews say thou hath a devil. So right here, it's even saying that at the house of Israel, we would go around saying, and that's how we know that these Jews were not us. That's another reason that we know that this New Testament is not talking about the house of Israel. So they're going to talk about the Jews say that thou has a devil. So, now it's talking about people having devils. in the New Testament. So that's what these demonologist people, you know, who claim to drink blood. He claimed to drink human blood. That's how I know. I'm like, man, listen, you know, Lex talking about he drink human blood and shit. I'm like, okay, why are you saying that with a straight face? Why are you lying to everyone? Does it sound good to you? But he wants to do everything against the commandments, so he want to tell me he drink blood. All right. Now, Matthew 7:22, it says you cast out devils in JC's name. So, like I said before, these people who read this on a consistent basis believe people have these devils in them that make them do things. I mean, the devil can make you fall to the ground and start going in convulsions, or it can make you can't see. And then once it's cast out, everything is good. So this is what the demonologist, demonic family over there, you know, is trying to push on the people. You know, to forsake righteousness, which is the law. That's why as soon as I brought up the law, I was kicked out. But then he want to name the show Against Righteousness. How you gonna talk against righteousness and don't talk about the law at all? None of the guests talking about the law. You know, and any other time, you know, it'll be cool. But the fact is, it's really, you know what I mean, just to see that type of disdain towards the Creator's commandments and hate. I need to put his ass to task, because I was gonna ask him many other questions. You know what I mean? I was gonna ask him about other laws. Does he agree or disagree? In regard, you know, like I said, it can be many different ones, from the dietary to, you know, more than one wife, to homosexuality, to idol worshipers, to bestiality. I mean, to adultery, to abortions. We can go down the list of different commandments and see if he really wants to talk about choosing evil. Let's really talk about this. But he didn't want to talk about the commandments. So you can see on the show, and I can call it a weak ass show, but I was gonna hype it up by actually defending righteousness, because that's the commandments. But you see in that show, nobody brought up what righteousness is really about. And we all know the laws and commandments is what it's really about. Okay. So it was 2,000 pigs in one man. Now imagine this, man. This is the foolishness of the New Testament, man. That's Mark chapter 5 and 13. We got 2,000 pigs, is what it says. And you cast out devils of 2,000 pigs. So wait, so that means 2,000 devils was in one man. So not only can one devil have you rolling on the floor, jumping in the fire, literally in the New Testament, it was 2,000 of them. It was legion. And these demons, I wonder, I mean, I guess it's like that one dude on Mortal Kombat, Ermac. That's what that remind me of. Ermac. Let me, yeah, I'm a gaming ass mother. All right, let's continue though. So right here in Luke 8 and 2, the demons went out of her. So there's things that they do to cast demons out. And you see, these brothers don't even want to talk about this, especially the New Testament brothers. They don't really want to discuss their demon possession and the way they deal with demons and shit. You know what? They said that one Satanist dude made a demonology book, talking about the one with King James or whatever, a demonology book. I can see why. Let's continue though. So Luke 7, I mean Luke, my bad, Luke 9 and 49, it was others casting out demons in JC's name. But let's continue, because there was other casting out demons in JC's name. Right here in John 7 and 20, all the people believe in demon possession. All of them. And guess what? All them fake ass New Testament motherfuckers. Let me see who calling me. They calling me at the wrong time. Motherfuckers will do it though. had to get off of that. Yeah, but let's just continue. But all them fake ass motherfuckers talking about the New Testament, especially Lex, and that's why I had to deal with the demons today with the New Testament, because that's what we dealing with. Demonologists, demonistic people who believe they want to teach demonology. They don't want to teach. They don't even want to teach the New Testament because Christ tell you to keep some of the laws. He's not on keeping the laws. He's on teaching about demons. All right. So all the people believe in demon possession in that chapter. Matthew 9:32, demons stop him from speaking. And it said the same thing in Luke 11:14, that the demon just jumped in him and he couldn't talk no more. Now, is this happening today, man? I'm sure the New Testament fellows would jump in here and say, yes, it is. Yes. I mean, I was talking one day and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. But right here in Matthew 12, verse 22, this is what the demon made him blind and dumb. How is that possible? That something jumps into your body? Is it a process? I really want these New Testament, especially Lex demonic ass, because he wants to be a demon so bad. He wants to talk against righteousness. And like I said, they live right now over there, Solar Vision Debate League or whatever the case is. That's the live he kicked me out of. So I was just motivated to come over here and throw some shots, because he really don't want none, even when it comes to that subject. Should we choose righteousness or should we choose wickedness? That's an easy one. That's an easy one, but he wants to go over there with the live and, you know, just deal with a bunch of people who not going to give him that word. Don't even know the laws. How they going to fight for righteousness? Don't know the law. I'm not saying I'm the best with the come to the law. I know I give the mores, but man, they have nobody talking about the law. Let me continue though, man. Okay, so right here, this demon made him get seizures, falling in the fire. So a demon had him giving seizures. So I guess the way to get rid of seizures is to cast the demon out. And then he fell into fire. So the demon made him fall into some damn fire. Now, like I said, they're going to come up with something. It's okay, right here in Luke 9:37 to 43, this demon had him knocked down, foaming at the mouth. On the ground, foaming because of a demon. Is this happening today with these demons? These brothers will tell you that they have power over these demons. Demonic family. Right here, it has the devil speaking out of a human. I know they're going to say that the devil was speaking out of one of them. Luke 4:33, the devil speaking out of a human. Yeah, I can see them trying to say, yeah, demons speak out of people. So I'm going to continue. So right here, it said the demons controlled the man in Luke 8:30. So we got people believing that they do not have the control when they do evil, but a demon has control over them, giving them the out that they need. So this is what, you know, demonic people are teaching. It says demons control the man, Luke 8:30 to 32. Okay, right here in John chapter 6, verse 70, how can a man be the devil if they were given the ability to cast out devils? So, you know, that's right here is talking about they were trying to make excuses. How can Christ be the devil when he casts out devils? And we see that none of the, you know what I'm saying, we didn't deal with that. So I guess that's Christ's little thing he did. All the prophets didn't do. He was casting out devils, putting in devils in people, worried about if a devil inside of you, telling people he don't have a devil in him. So dealing with demons is one thing that Christ did that the other servants at Almighty, because Christ is not even a servant, to be honest with you. All the prophets at Almighty, no. But let's continue though. The devil has angels with our demons. That's Matthew 25:41. And what they would say is, you know, that the devils are the evil angels and the demons are the souls of humans or things of that nature. But I debunk that. You know what I'm saying? I debunk that shit. I remember I broke that shit down, but let me continue. The daughter was vexed with the devil. JC rebukes the devil. So that's what Christ is doing. He's going to the people and he's rebuking the devil up out of them. All right. So that's how people get healed for these demonic people. It's not really about keeping the commandments. It's about letting the devil come inside of you, or, you know, getting in your own delusion and making yourself delusional to believe a devil is making you do different things. All right. So right here in Acts 10:38, what did they do? They healed all that was oppressed by the devil. That's what they were healing. So let me continue. Devils are evil, forces of evil in the heavenly realm, and that's what they said. But we can prove some otherwise, regards to this, because in the Almighty's word, when we dealt all the angels, even Satan was an angel. He wasn't considered a devil. And then when he had a unclean spirit, or a lying spirit in the mouth of the prophet, that was a spirit. But we're gonna deal with that, because I had some brothers talk about that. Resist the devil and he will flee. Okay. War with Satan, the serpent, and his angels. So right here it's calling Satan the serpent in the garden. And no, Satan's an angel, and the garden, it was a serpent. But of course, that's a lie in the New Testament. But let's just continue. Demons beg JC and call him the Son of God. So even the demons begging Christ, the demons inside of somebody is talking to Christ. So just understand, man, these people that believe in this New Testament, they believe that demons can talk to you, demons can control you. It's even Christ talking to the demons. So they probably think they Christ-like because they got some demons that they talk to, some demon friends. All right. Okay, now it said JC had the finger of God and cast out devils with it. All right, so that it said that in Luke 20. And you see all these on the screen. Unclean spirits are spirits of devils. It just said that the devils was the spiritual forces in the heavenly realm. But all right, let's continue though. Unclean spirits are spirits of devils, angels of hell. Unclean spirit. Okay, this right here. This is a good one. Matthew 12:43, where it talks about when you remove one unclean spirit, it roams about the earth and then comes back sevenfold. So that's how you get a situation where you might turn into legion or some sort. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to deal with. I didn't want to deal with it too extensively. I just want to touch on the fact that the brother Lex, he just, I understand he want to appeal to people that are slow. But righteousness versus wickedness, what should our people be doing? Righteousness or wickedness? I mean, it's evident. That's kind of stupid. It's a difference between life or death, or foolishness and wisdom. You know, so it was just stupid, and I had to address it. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here, and I want to give all praises to Mighty Yah. Hallelujah, praise Yah.